Hey guys, just do a quicker review on my Lifetime Tamarack Angler Kayak. Just picked this up from Sports Authority. Big Five had a deal on going for $250, which is a really good deal on this particular kayak. Sports Authority has that price matching deal, so they had the color I wanted, so I decided to go with them. So starting at the front, they have an eyelet here. It's got a pull handle and a drain plug here. This is riveted in. So I went ahead and attached a bow rope here to it, so I have something to wade into the water with. It comes with a bungee cord system here, a shock cord system. You can stow your gear under here, and then I decided to put my rope in here. Actually have these bungees that I got from the dollar store. You can get like 10 for $1, and they're for girls' hair, but they're pretty thick and they work to keep things nice and tidy. So you have the name tag. This is actually metal instead of plastic, which is nice. You have your foot placement system here. I am 5'8", so my fully extended, my foot comes to this second one here. If I bend my knee or whatever, I can get to this one. So if you're 6 foot or so, you could fit pretty comfortably in here. This is the 10-foot version of the kayak, so easy to move around and load up, so not too big to carry around. It comes with a fishing rod holder, kind of a Scotty system. You can adjust this however you want, and then you can adjust the angle here as well. And then I went ahead and attached a rod leash. I just drilled a hole in the end here, a couple carabiners, and then I went ahead and made my own leashes. You can get these aluminum couplers from Home Depot, and just you can get the bungee cord from there as well. It's like 20 cents a square foot, and you can make your own leashes. And then I picked up these Velcro straps. You can get these anywhere. I got them from Dick's Sports. They come like 8 to a package, and wrap those around and then make your other loop. And you can crimp those if you just get a broad screwdriver and whack that a couple of times on both sides. It creates a nice tight fit. So nice way to create a leash without spending, you know, $15 or whatever for them. So in the middle here you have your scupper plugs. Here's a water bottle holder, so the water runs completely out. It's got a dry storage here. I went ahead and put rubber silicone on all my on the top of all my rivets, just to make it a little more watertight. So this comes off. Again, in kayak fishing, you know, if you don't leash it, you lose it. So try to leash everything you can. I just drilled a hole through there and tied it off, so it doesn't go through the top there. So that worked out pretty well. It's got a nice O-ring around it, so should remain pretty water resistant. And then I tied the other end off down here on this little tab down here, so, and that holds pretty good. And then I have my dry bag in here, which I tied to my cord. You can get these at Walmart, but I used to use an old climbing rope bag, which was watertight, and that works good for my dry storage. So even if you get some water down in your well here, everything would remain pretty dry. But you definitely want to put it in a dry bag. And then that just comes right back on and locks down tight. It comes with these holders, handles. These are riveted as well, and it's got the washer on there, so I don't think those should pop off anytime soon. And then again, I made another longer leash for my paddle. Same material as the other one. The rod ones I made 2 feet long. This one I made 3 feet long. So comes with a cup holder here. Also has a padded seat. One of the other ones, I think it's available from Walmart for about $300. Doesn't have the padded seat, and it doesn't have the backrest either. This one comes with a nice backrest. A lot of good padding on there. So something to think about if you're pricing them out. And then the scupper plugs in the back as well. And then the problem with this one is this seat doesn't want to stay up. So if you don't tie that off, it'll keep falling down on you. I just ran some paracord through here and put a carabiner on, and then I hooked it into the existing shock cord system that comes with the Kayak. So, and then I hid my knot in here in this little recess, so it's just got a nice clean look, nice and tight. So, comes with a couple of rod holders. Again, rubber silicone those as well. That one as well. And then again, it has the shock cord system that goes all the way through. Again, these are riveted. And it's also got a nice dry storage underneath this crate. It's about the same size as that one, maybe a little smaller. But you can put your first aid kit in there or whatever. So just so you know that. And then I have my crate. Actually picked this up outside of Safeway here locally for free, so that worked out good. And I have that bungee down. I have just one of those rubber ones. Goes all the way through to the other side, and bungeed it down over there as well. And just hooked it into the existing eyelet. So that worked out pretty good. Another thing to consider, I think the other model from Walmart doesn't have enough room in back to put a crate in there. And if you're going to be serious about it, you want some place to stow your stuff. So another thing to think about, this one has a nice wide rear end, so if you like that kind of thing, this is the way to go. So, and then of course you modify your crate. I put on a couple of rod holders on both sides, just PVC pipe, and then you can cut a little notch right there and set your rod down in there. And I just bolted it, drill a hole on the outside, and then bolted it all the way through right there. And remember to use stainless steel bolts and nuts so those don't rust on you. Again, another rod leash, just hook straight to the crate, same material as last time, and just use your Velcro strap to wrap around there. So if you go over, you won't lose any of your rods. And then I used the existing shock cord system, and I just notched out all around the crate these little notches so the bungee cord stays on there real nice, and it's tight, it's not going to go anywhere. So then on the back, of course, is another pull handle, and that's riveted as well. Be careful, I heard those could come out, so just so you know that. A couple other things I did. I went ahead and made up my stern light and camera system, and I made this out of PVC pipe. And so what I did was, down here in the bottom, I put a coupler for that PVC pipe, and I just bolted that into the corner from the outside here, you can see. And so that way this is removable if you want. And then I just use a T right here with an elbow and a little portion here. I actually had this camera mount from an old tripod, so I had to shave this PVC down a little bit, certainly not very much, and that slid in there real nice. So that'll fit your camera. I don't have a GoPro, but this Kodak is it's waterproof to 3 meters. I think I got this at Target, and it's like 150 bucks instead of like 400 for a GoPro, which, I mean, they're cool. I'll get one if this one ever goes bad on me, but this one's HD and it's 1080p as well, so pretty cool little camera, so you can film what you're doing. And then I ran a PVC up from there, and you can get these at Walmart. These are the solar path lights, and they come with a little rod that goes, a little plastic piece that goes into the ground. And I saw this on YouTube. If you pop that off and just use this plastic piece here, it fits right down into the PVC pipe nice and tight. So it's a nice way to cap that off, and it gives you a solar powered LED stern light. So it's a pretty neat little idea, and it works out great. Gives it a nice finished look. And then I think the last part here is I rigged up a anchor trolley system, and I started with these nylon anchors. I got these from West Marine here locally. I think they're like $5 for a couple of them. And then just some paracord, and it's tied into a rubber coated carabiner, which I also got at Home Depot, and used one of their pulleys that they had there as well. I like these because they are plastic, so they won't rust. Every piece of this is plastic, of course, except for the middle part, but I like the bigger wheel because it gives you a little more separation here, so your line doesn't get tangled, so I like that. And then just tie one end off on an S carabiner, and hook it into a nickel-plated ring again from Home Depot, and then just tie off your other line and run it the length of your boat, and same equipment down at the other end. So that works out pretty nice for your truck. Hey guys, well, that's it for the review of the Lifetime angling kayak, the Tamarack. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me at kayakcolorado@yahoo.com. Hopefully my next video will be out on the water, and we'll see how it works and how it tracks, and I will talk to you then. Thanks guys, we'll talk to you soon.